Hey guys, this is the Stupendous Wave here at the video today, and in this one I am doing the comparison between the Indominus Rex and the Velociraptor. Now there's another comparison on my channel between the Indominus Rex and the T-Rex if you guys want to check that one out if you haven't seen it yet. But this one we're doing a comparison of, as I said, the Velociraptor and the Indominus Rex, and we're going to go head to toe on each one, and we're just going to, or toe to head actually, and we're just going to break down the similarities and the differences. So let's start with the feet, of course. So of course we know that the Velociraptor has a long claw, and the Indominus Rex is completely missing that. It does have a Dewclaw. The Dewclaw does appear to be longer than the average Dewclaw of a dinosaur. It's definitely longer than the T-Rex's Dewclaw, as we saw in the last video. But it's definitely not a long claw. It's nowhere even close to a long claw. The feet seem to be very different, actually. The Indominus definitely inherited the T-Rex's feet, although it's a lot thinner than the T-Rex's feet. Yes, they do have very, very different feet, but the legs seem to be fairly similar, although, of course, the Indominus Rex's leg is a little bit thinner. It does appear to be a majority of a T-Rex in the leg. But where the similarities really start is in the body area. They seem to have a very, very similar body all the way from the head down to the tail. The tails seem to be very similar, but as I said, the legs seem to be more similar to T-Rex's legs, only a lot thinner. But as I said, the body is what really looks similar to me, at least. The body looks, it's lean, similar to the Velociraptor, and one thing that the T-Rex is not is it's not a lean animal. It's a very muscly animal, and the Indominus Rex appears to be much leaner than the T-Rex does, and it of course gets that from the Velociraptor. As you can see, the body, minus all the ridges, they pretty much look very similar. The tails look similar. It's much longer than the T-Rex's tail as compared to its body. Same with the Indominus Rex, although we do not get a full image of its tail here. From the base of its tail to where it cuts off, it looks to be very similar to the Velociraptor tail. So in the body area is what to me seems to be most similar to the Velociraptor, only much more scaled up and much larger. So the body area seems to be pretty similar, minus the ridges, of course, and the coloration. And of course the Indominus Rex has more mass on it, but they're both fairly lean animals. Of course, you can see that the leanness in the Indominus Rex, but of course it has the muscle on top of that, so you can see that. But I would say that the majority resembles a Velociraptor more than it resembles a T-Rex. More in this pose right here, it resembles more of the hunched over Velociraptor look than it would a T-Rex being hunched over. As far as the neck area, we examined that on the T-Rex, and it looks a lot more like a T-Rex, although there is some, it's thinner than the T-Rex's neck, again, coming from the Velociraptor. So yeah, the male raptors that we do know do have feathers, so on the Indominus Rex, these feathers slash ridges slash spikes, we're not really sure if they're actually feathers yet. I would assume that that comes from the Velociraptor, because we do not see any feathers at a T-Rex at this point in the Jurassic Park franchise. So I definitely assume it comes from the Velociraptor, but we do know that the Indominus Rex is a female, and we have yet to see a female with feathers on their head, a female Velociraptor with feathers on their head or around their body. So that will be interesting to see. Do the female Velociraptors have feathers on their bodies? Because of course we do see the Indominus Rex has feathers slash ridges on its arms and on its head area. The neck area, as I said, it's a lot thicker than the Velociraptor's neck area, and it seems to resemble the T-Rex a lot more than it resembles the Velociraptor. And the head seems to resemble more of a T-Rex, although again it's leaner, it's a leaner head. It's more of a pointed nose rather than the T-Rex. The T-Rex does not have a pointed nose, but the Velociraptor, of course, does. It has that pointed head, similar to almost an arrowhead in the way it's looking and the way it's kind of shaped. And that kind of comes over to the Indominus Rex, only a little bit thicker, but it's definitely not a T-Rex head. The mouth area seems to definitely differ the most. The Velociraptor's teeth are a lot smaller than the Indominus Rex's teeth as compared to its body. They seem to be much closer together, and there's much more of them. And then the Indominus Rex's teeth look more like crocodile teeth. They're farther apart, they vary in size, and they look to be larger than the Velociraptor's teeth. The Velociraptor's teeth are more like needles. They're really, really close to each other. The eye area looks to be quite different, although it does have that small indentation on the Velociraptor, which is not as present on the Indominus Rex, but it is the indentation is more prominent on the Indominus Rex, than it is on the Velociraptor. Of course, the Velociraptor is missing its spikes. As I said, the teeth are much different. The eye color is different, although the eye shape looks to be really similar, and it looks that the Velociraptor has a wider opening eye, so that's really interesting. But yeah, for the majority, the head looks a little bit different than the Indominus Rex. As you can see, that's kind of the eyebrow, I'm not sure what to call it, the eye crest above the eye of the Indominus Rex and the Velociraptor seem to be pretty similar. Again, the scales, of course they both have scales, and the T-Rex seems to be missing some scales, so it might, the Velociraptor seems to have a little bit more scales than the T-Rex does, so that definitely carries over to the Indominus Rex. Again, it doesn't have its two horns on the top, or not really horns, ridges on the top, and the nose seems to be quite similar, with slits instead of larger holes. But again, they both have fairly large necks, but the Velociraptor seems to have a little bit of a longer neck as compared to the rest of its body. Although I'm sure that the Indominus Rex gets the length of its neck from the Velociraptor, because the T-Rex does not have that long of a neck in the Jurassic Park franchise as compared to the Velociraptor. It does have quite a long neck, but the Velociraptor's neck is a lot longer. Yeah, so that's just kind of I totally forgot the hands. So the hands are really, really similar. Of course, we know that the T-Rex only has the 2 claws on its hand. The Velociraptor's arms are about the same size as the Indominus Rex's arms as compared to its body. The Indominus Rex actually looks like it might have longer arms compared to its body. Of course, it's missing the feathers. And we do see 3 signature claws on the Velociraptor and 3 signature claws on the Indominus Rex, but it also looks like the Indominus Rex may have a opposable thumb there, which is really interesting. But the arms are pretty similar in length and stuff. They're both fairly skinny arms, so the Indominus Rex definitely got the arms from the Velociraptor, except for that thumb and, of course, the feathers on the arm. So anyway, that's just my comparison between the two of them. What do you guys think? Do you think that it resembles more of a T-Rex, or do you think it resembles more of a Velociraptor? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Did I miss anything? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and have a great day.